I can't do it. We'll do it live.
Okay.
Do it live! I'll write it and we'll do it live!
That's right. The big man is back.
What? Woohoo!
And he's more rough and raw than ever.
Down! I want you to get up now. I want all of you to get out of your chairs. I want you to get up right now and go to the window, open it, and stick your head out and yell.
The snowman dons the microphone, and Snowman in the Morning begins now.
I'm the Juggernaut, bitch! Oh, yeah! It's bacon!
I'm back, y'all. Y'all recognize the song in the background, don't you? This was our theme before we brought Snowman in the Morning to a close. And I'm so thrilled to have Snowman in the Morning back at you. We are presented by Cleaver Supplements, official sponsor of Arena Sportsnet content and programming. And we're going to have a little bonus here in just a moment while I get everything going. We also presented by Crafts Construction, by Dickey's Barbecue, by Twisted K8 Brewing. That's a sponsor. That's a sponsor I'm working on. It just feels good to have this back, and I know I'm going to be late. We're doing something on blab.im too, where y'all can actually watch the show. And we are recording on Blab also. So thank you to everyone who has tuned us in. It's good to be back. It's good to have Snowman in the Morning back. It is something my producer and I made a mutual decision to bring Snowman in the Morning to a close last September after we had Diamond Dallas Page on the show. And I don't know, ever since then, something was on my heart to bring it back, but to make it better before we brought it back. And, well, it wouldn't go away. You ever have one of those nagging thoughts that just won't go away? That was one of those thoughts. You know, it just kept coming in the form of a question. It just kept coming in the form of a question saying, when are you going to bring the show back? And in its interim, we created the Wake Up Call, which was like a rapid fire wrap up in sports, a little discussion out of sports. You know, but when I created, when Snowman in the Morning was created in 2013, you know, it was a morning sports show because, quite frankly, I got tired of listening to Mike and Mike do their thing. I got tired of Boris and Bernstein, a local show here in the Chicagoland area, doing their thing. And I said, hell, if they can do it, I can do it. So I did it. But there were points of inconsistency, and it's totally my fault. It's totally my fault. And I blame myself. Period. You know, and I had the same problem with the Wake Up Call. And something had to give. And hey, Browning Master has joined me in the blab.im chat room. What's up, Browning? Thanks for joining me, and thanks to all the fans that have tuned us in. We're live on Arena Sportsnet Radio, Arena Sportsnet, our main channel, and we're here on blab.im. So I brought this has been 4 months of planning in the works. We were supposed to go on yesterday, but I had some technical difficulties, and I hate those. I hate them. I hate them with a passion. But we are here today. We'll be here every day, Monday through Friday. We're going to make a time change beginning next week. And the reason we're going to make a time change is to allow more time and more content to come onto the show. Usually the show would run 2 to 3 hours. I'm not going to do 2 to 3 hours. I'm not going to do 3 hours. 2 at the most. All right, we're going to do an express version today. You know, just getting my feet wet, diving back into the sports talk thing, leading my own show. Y'all see me here on blab.im, and you hear us on the Sports Drive, which is totally cool. I love doing it. Josh Lopez, I love you, brother. I love doing the show with Sean and Browning when he comes in, Justin Hill when he comes in, and the big win, Frank Sprinkle. But let me get to what's happening today. Toward the end of the show, I'm going to go completely off on a couple of people. I'll offer my thoughts on the NBA, Major League Baseball, go White Sox. We have the question of the day. We got some program notes. I'm going to do those in a moment. A little Fighting Fit updates, and thank you, Dean, for this idea. The spoken word, which is what we do on the Sports Drive. It originated here on Snowman in the Morning, but everybody needs a little spoken word and a little positivity, and then we're out of here. About an hour. About an hour. But getting back to why this show is back in full force. Jeez Louise, everything's going off this morning. Why is this show back in full force? Because it was on my heart. It was on my heart, and I couldn't go through mornings. You know, I love doing the wake up call. Don't get me wrong, but I ran into consistency issues, and it's my fault. Period. It's my fault. You know, part of it was health reasons. Part of it was schedule reasons. But you know, Josh said something to me that is so true, and what he said to me was this. If you have a show to do, you need to do it. The fans and he flat told me, he says, "No man, the fans are depending on you, and if you walk away, then you'd be disappointing them, and you'd also be disappointing me." Well, Josh Lopez, I'm sorry I disappointed you. Dean Beretta, same apology to you, and the same apology to everyone that follows Arena Sportsnet, and my fault. Period. But I'm back. I'm back, Hulkamaniacs, and I'm ready to rock and roll. So let's get started here. As mentioned, I got a lot to talk about personally with what happened. You're going to see this on our Arena Sportsnet YouTube channel later on today. But let's get into the NBA, shall we? Well. You do a great job on the shows as always. Thank you, Browning. I appreciate it. Let's get into the NBA, shall we? Well. There's actually a series now. Oklahoma City defeated San Antonio in Texas. I don't know how the hell that happened. 98-97. Let me borrow something from Josh before I go any further. I'm going to speak the truth. I'm going to call it like I see it. I'm going to say some things that are going to piss a lot of people off, but I really don't care. If you are afraid of the truth when it comes to sports, if you are afraid of having your favorite player being called out, hell, Michael Jordan was called out all the time. Frank Thomas was called out all the time. Then you're just as butthurt as ever. If you don't like the fact that I bring facts with my opinion, then you don't need to listen. If you don't like the fact that a couple of George Carlin words will escape me, or who the hell am I kidding? More than a couple. Then you don't need to tune in. We've taken a direction at Arena Sportsnet that all of our sports talk shows are going to be honest, they're going to be upfront, and they're going to say, and we're going to say what we feel. And what I feel is this. Getting back into the NBA playoffs. We talked about this on the Sports Drive. And I'm going to pose a question that's going to open a lot of wounds, but I don't care. And the question is this. Don't y'all get the feeling that the NBA playoffs, this particular NBA playoffs, is scripted? I do. I mean, if you want to look at it very honestly, it kind of fell out of script last night with OKC's win. And congrats to OKC for winning. They won't win again in that series. The series is over in 5. I'm sorry, the series is over in 5 games. San Antonio's going to do to OKC what OKC did to Dallas. And that's put a foot in their ass. Now, I admit I was wrong with OKC's win. It just says I was wrong. I thought this series would be over in 4 games. After the way the Spurs looked in game 1. Boy, I was wrong. I was wrong. But it ain't going no more than 5 games. All you did, OKC, was delay the inevitable. You're going to piss off the Spurs to the point where they're going to destroy you in your own house, and then they're going to destroy you in their house back in Texas. You just delayed the inevitable. That's all you did. Yeah, the call at the, thank you, Brownie. I didn't see okay, let me make an admission here. I didn't see the game last night. I was told there was a crazy call at the end of the game. I'm being told there was a crazy call at the end of the game, but it's not the first time we've seen a crazy call at the end of the game that decides a game. Is it? No. Is it going to be the last time? No. No. That brings to mind the thought that the playoffs are scripted. I've been feeling this shit since 2002, when the Lakers and Kings series went down. And y'all already, if you know your history, if you do your research, and you know your history of the NBA, you know that was a fixed series. Period. You know, David Stern even said, what would be the dream finals matchup? Lakers versus Lakers. Okay, that should have told you how that series was going to go. I would like to watch a few sports where you don't have this theory, and all it is we have some evidence, but you don't have overwhelming evidence. Let me make that disclaimer. But all I say is OKC just delayed the inevitable, and they're going to get wiped out in 5 games. Meanwhile, there's a rumor going around that league MVP, sharpshooter, man can shoot from anywhere, Stephen Curry, is a possible return for Game 3 of the Portland Golden State series. Let me repeat that. I read this on NBA.com. There is a possibility that the one and only Stephen Curry may return for Game 3 of the Warriors Trailblazers series, which means, if that's the case, Game 3 is in Portland, and any chance the Blazers had of stealing a game in this series would go out the door. Come on, y'all. It's bad enough. It's bad enough that the Portland Trailblazers got wiped out in Oakland, 118-106 in Game 1. Game 2 is tonight. That's without Stephen Curry. I don't expect Portland to win tonight. Not the way the Warriors are shooting. You would have to catch the Golden State Warriors on the, well, shit, San Antonio did it and held them to 79 points late in the season. But that's San Antonio. San Antonio actually plays defense. San Antonio actually plays defense. Do y'all really expect the Portland Trailblazers to win a game in this series? I asked the same question about OKC and San Antonio, and OKC actually won one last night, but I think there was a couple of benefits to that. Now, with that being said, I'll repeat my question. Do y'all really expect the Portland Trailblazers to win a game in this series? Curry or no Curry, the Portland Trailblazers are overmatched. I mean, much love for Damian Lillard and Miles Plumlee and the rest of the team. But my question remains. Do y'all really expect the Portland Trailblazers to win a game in this series? I sure as hell don't. Period. There is no, and I will admit, when I make a prediction like this, if I'm wrong, I will say it. But I'm going to go ahead and make this prediction. There is no way in hell that the Portland Trailblazers win a game in this series, especially if Steph comes back for Game 3. This is Stephen Curry we're talking about. He's going to be itching to light them up. He's going to be itching to get that first shot down. And once he gets that first shot down, forget it. Forget it. I got some more. We're due for a break. I got some more NBA thoughts, and I got some Major League Baseball thoughts, and then the question of the day will come at the bottom of the hour. And the question of the day involves my favorite subject, food. This is Snowman in the Morning. I'm back on Arena Sports Net.
Hello, this is Mike Prince, the host of the Mike Prince Show, which is featured on the Open Mic Broadcast Network and right here at the Arena Sports Network. We'll cover current events, education, economics, relationships, spirituality, sports, and much, much more. You can join us each and every Wednesday live right here from 8 to 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. That's the Mike Prince Show right here on the Arena Sports Network and the Open Mic Broadcast Network. For the best in no holds barred barbershop sports talk, the truth where it hurts the others. Tune in to Arena Sports Net. This is Snowman in the Morning, exclusively on Arena Sports Net.
I'm sorry about that. I guess I got more technical problems to solve, but we're back. Snowman in the Morning is back 20 after the hour. We are presented by Cleaver Supplements, and also this portion is brought to you by Crass Construction, your home improvement specialist since 1927. I'm figuring some things out as we go along here. We're also live on blab.im. Thank you for joining us. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's exactly what I thought. Thank you, Browning. I'm sorry for the way the commercial sounded, folks. We're gonna get those solved. We're gonna get that situated as we go along here. All right, more NBA thoughts. The Cleveland Cavaliers won Game 1 last night. Who fucking cares? It goes back to what I asked earlier and saying, don't you think the NBA playoffs are scripted? You know, me and Josh talk, we talk about this on the Sports Drive, okay? Don't y'all get the feeling that they want Miami and Cleveland in the Eastern Conference Finals? It's being set up for that. Why? Who are the two biggest draws? Dwayne Wade LeBron James. You know, and I saw a clip last night before I went to bed that said, LeBron James clutch. Ha! You're playing Atlanta, dude. You want to talk to me about clutch? Come up clutch against Golden State. You want to talk clutch? Come up clutch against San Antonio. Come up clutch against teams that actually can defeat you. Come up clutch against teams where you have a chance to win a title. All right? Now, I know I'm going to destroy a lot of hearts. I'm going to destroy a lot of hearts when I go into this. But I really don't care. I don't. To me, and this is one man's opinion, this is one man, keep in mind, this is one man's opinion. I don't think LeBron James has been clutch yet. I said it, and I meant it. And I will continue to say it. LeBron James hasn't been clutch yet, except for one time when he nailed a shot against San Antonio in 2013 to clinch that series. To me, that's the only clutch shot he's made. Why do I feel that way? Because I've watched LeBron James on and off for the years he's been in the NBA. And unlike others like Dwayne Wade, Stephen Curry, Damian Lillard, Kawhi Leonard, and quite a few others that I can name, LeBron hasn't improved his game. Hell, LeBron had to run to Miami to get his 2 championships. And I mean, he ran to Miami. I know, like I said, I know a lot of people are gonna be butthurt with this opinion, but I really don't care. I don't. It's about time I stopped holding back what I felt. So, I'm going to go there. And I will continue to go there. And if people don't like it, oh thee well. And yes, you're going to see me, you're going to see me wake up a friend of mine. But I will go ahead and say it, and I'll say it again. I saw a clip last night where it said LeBron James clutch, and they're talking about, let me give this disclaimer. I saw it on NBA.com. They were talking about his fourth quarter rampage against Atlanta. Man, please. LeBron James hasn't been clutch. And I don't think he ever will be. Until he shows me that he can consistently do what needs to be done to help his team win, I won't regard him as clutch at all. I won't. And I particularly don't care how people feel. I've always said he wasn't clutch. And he continues to prove me right. And I know people are going to make the argument, well, he had to carry the team last year. That's the fucking problem. He carries the team to a point. He doesn't carry them to the finish line. And unless he grows a set, he won't ever carry a team to the finish line. Period. I don't know why a lot of people continue to believe in this guy, but I don't. And I won't either. Can I be proven wrong? Certainly. Certainly. But for the most part, I haven't been proven wrong yet. I understand that he wants to pass the ball first. I understand he's a freak of nature physically. And I'm going to throw this out there, and this is really going to piss a lot of people off. I don't think he's mastered the fundamentals yet. And I don't think he ever will. I saw a couple of sequences last night where he established his pivot foot, and he kept moving the damn thing. It's called a travel. I mean, every time you try to flop your way into a call and wind your way into a call, really? Now, I know what you're going to say. Well, Michael Jordan did the same thing. Yeah, but also Michael Jordan knew how to play the game. Michael Jordan actually got better. Michael Jordan actually took over in the fourth quarter more often than not. Michael Jordan got his team involved in the game in the first and second quarter. Magic Johnson took over a game. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Larry Bird, George Gervin, Julius the Dr. Irving. All clutch players. I could go on and on and on. Clyde Drexler, Akeem Olajuwon. Let me go there. All right? Isaiah Thomas, Joe Dumars. Let me go there. But you want to talk about clutch? That's clutch. You want to talk about clutch? His name is Stephen Curry. You want to talk about clutch? His name is Damian Lillard. His name is not James Harden. His name is not Kevin Durant. And his name is certainly not LeBron James. Sorry. Let's get to our question of the day. The question of the day brought to you by Kraz Construction. And the question of the day reads as follows. It's a simple one, and I mentioned the subject, my favorite subject, which is food. And the question is, what's your favorite breakfast food to begin the day? That's our question of the day. What's your favorite breakfast food to begin the day? Snowman of the Morning brought to you in part by Cleaver Supplements and by Kraz Construction, which has our question of the day. And again, our question of the day is, what's your favorite breakfast food? Now, with everything that's going on here, and I know I got some ads to play, I don't think we'll be able to move completely over to Blab just yet. So what we're going to do is we're going to end this, and we're still going to be on our main channels, but this is to give you a little clue as to what we're going to do. Let me thank the folks that checked in, and I'm going to check out a Blab and wait for that to get done. But y'all know I spoke about clutch, and I gave my names about who is and who ain't. And I got news for you. A lot of people are not happy with my choices. And I really don't care. I know I show a lot of love for the golden era of NBA basketball, but that's the era I grew up watching. That's the era I fell in love with. And that's the era I will always honor. Snowman in the Morning, back in a flash.
ArenaSportsNet.com is your one-stop shop for everything sports, from the NFL to the NBA, National Hockey League, Major League Baseball, soccer, MMA, and lots more. Check out our live play-by-play action from high school and college sports and a little professional on the side. ArenaSportsNet.com, where every fan has a voice.
The Best Western LaPorte Hotel and Conference Center is the only full-service hotel located in northwest Indiana near beautiful Pine Lake. We have a superior location near Lake Michigan and are a short drive from Chicago or South Bend. You may enjoy the use of our exercise facilities, refresh yourself with a dip in our indoor or outdoor heated pool, relax in our hot tub, grab a refreshing cocktail in our lounge, or dine at our in-house restaurant. Also, for your enjoyment and convenience, we have a dome area that includes a game room, shuffleboard, miniature golf, and playground. This newly renovated setting, combined with our impeccable personalized service, is sure to provide an elegant resort experience at an affordable price. For more information or for reservations, call 219-362-4585. That's 219-362-4585.
For over 30 years, Marion & Associates Realtors has specialized in distinctive properties in Indiana and Michigan, featuring diversity in Northwest Indiana homes for sale and commercial property, as well as vacant land. Marion & Associates has the property you've been searching for. Marion & Associates also features a fine assortment of top-quality vacation property, Lake Michigan homes for sale, and Lake Michigan rentals. If you're looking for an experienced Indiana real estate agent with intimate knowledge of the area and unsurpassed service, you're looking for Indiana Realtor Marion & Associates. For more information or to schedule your property visit, call 219-872-4000 or visit MarionRealty.com. You can also find them on Facebook.
This is Snowman in the Morning, exclusively on Arena Sports Net.
I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not going to take this anymore.
Rolling right along on the second half of Snowman in the Morning. This week, start tuning in. I'm going to start putting it out there. We're going to give you a chance to win some Gary South Shore Railcats baseball tickets as they celebrate their 15th year at U.S. Steel Yard. The home opener is May 27th against the Joplin Blasters. We'll be there covering it and providing a wrap-up article and some interviews, but we want you to enjoy the game as fans. So, very soon, we're going to start giving away tickets, and we're going to do it throughout the course of the summer. Gary South Shore Railcats celebrate their 15th year at U.S. Steel Yard. You'll have a chance to pick up some tickets. Listen to Snowman in the Morning during this time, the second half of the show. And we'll tell you how you can enter, and we'll tell you how you can win some Gary South Shore Railcats tickets. Well, we had to end our session on Blab. And there's a few things that I haven't figured out yet. I'm going to figure them out as we go along here. But let me talk to you guys. And I said I'd go off. Well, that's what I put on the set list, and I'm just going to go ahead and do it. And against a lot of people's better judgment, I need to say what I'm going to say. So here goes. There's a gentleman that has been harassing me for the past 6 years for money I supposedly owe him, and the sumbitch didn't earn it. He has embarked on this mission to destroy me. He has called me every name in the book, and I've been nothing but respectful to him. He did something in March that's going to, A, not only land his ass in jail when I get done with him, but B, he's going to be coughing up a lot of money. And all of my friends and all of my friends said, you need to jump on this now. I know I'm going to jump on it, but I have some things here at home to take care of first. To the sumbitch that thought it would be cute to place a call to the IHSAA that cost me a contract, I picked up 3 more in the interim, you dumbass. I picked up a few more fans in the interim, you asshole. I picked up a lot more than you expected me to lose, you prick. Now, I hate to be name-calling like this, but that sumbitch kept sending me text messages saying all kinds of derogatory things. And I don't think it's fair that he gets to soil my name and soil my company's name without me responding. And the only reason I didn't respond in kind at that moment is because when everything went down on March 3rd, the biggest people I was upset for were those wonderful kids at Marquette Catholic. That I couldn't cover their games anymore. Well, you know something, you fuckface? Those kids responded to me and said, we hate that you're not here. The parents responded to me and said, we hate that the Golden Voice is not here. Oh, and let me tell you the charge that this stupid ass decided to levy on the IHSAA. He said I was inappropriate with 2 female students at Marquette Catholic. Anyone who knows me or knows of me, that is not how I roll. Ever. And more often than not, those kids came to me. So you may have won this battle, but you will never win this war. Oh, and you know what? And the sumbitch had the nerve to call me gloating about it. He also was stupid enough to leave a message on 2 of my Facebook fan pages. He keeps hanging himself and he doesn't know it. But you know something? He's not going to hang himself anymore because I'm going to legally hang his ass. And he calls me a coward? Let me tell y'all what happened. We were scheduled to meet July 3rd. I called him while I was on the way to LaPorte, Indiana. He never answered the phone. He never answered the phone. And I called him 3 times that day. Now, who's the cat? Because I was trying to be respectful and tell him I was running late, which I was. And he calls me a coward when that sumbitch wouldn't even pick up the phone. He's rude, he's disrespectful, and his ass is grass when I'm done with him. Period. This is the only time I will talk about this incident on this show, because neither he nor what he's done deserves the time. End of story. I got a lot more to say, but I'm going to put it in a Snowman's Take on a video, and it's going to be private, because I got a lot more to say about this. But I'm not going to waste this show's time and the people's time that have tuned in. I'm not going to do it. I've said all I needed to say, and I'm doing what I need to do. I'm going to take care of home first, then I'm going to take care of him. And my last warning, he's going to be tied up in so many legal knots. His grandchildren, should they ever appear, are going to need lawyers. I'll be back.
Hello, this is Mike Prince, the host of The Mike Prince Show, which is featured on the Open Mic Broadcast Network and right here at the Arena Sports Network. We'll cover current events, education, economics, relationships, spirituality, sports, and much, much more. You can join us each and every Wednesday live right here from 8 to 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. That's the Mike Prince Show right here at the Arena Sports Network and the Open Mic Broadcast Network.
Are you tired of listening to the same old boring sports topic and wondering what's the latest point spread for every sporting event? Then you're invited to listen to the Sean Stewart Show every Tuesday and Thursday night from 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the Arena Sports Network, as I give you the latest news in sports and the latest point spread for each sport, including women's sports as well. Again, you can listen to the Sean Stewart Show every Tuesday and Thursday night from 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the Arena Sports Network. Again, that's the Sean Stewart Show every Tuesday and Thursday night from 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the Arena Sports Network. Check.
Looking for something fun to do on your next company outing or group outing? Call Casey's Lanes to book your outing or fundraising event today. Casey's Lanes will offer a package that will tailor to you and get your group outing on the right track. Give them a call at 219-362-1571. That's 219-362-1571. Or visit them online at Casey'sLanes.com. Pine Ford Lincoln is Northwest Indiana's premier new and certified Ford and Lincoln dealer, serving as LaPorte, Indiana's Ford Lincoln dealer and located in LaPorte, Indiana. Now's the time for you to get $4,000 on a guaranteed trade on used cars over $10,000.
0% financing on select new cars, and financing available at any credit level. Get your car today at Pine Ford Lincoln in the Port, 1522 Lincoln Way in the Port, Indiana, or give them a visit online at pinefordlincoln.com.
This is Snowman in the Morning, exclusively on Arena Sports Net.
Oh, yeah!
What's going on, everybody? Snowman in the Morning is back, 42 after the hour. Still got a few things to cover before we get out of here. And one of the things I want to talk about, there are 3 teams in Major League Baseball with 18 wins. 2 of them are in Chicago. The Cubs and the White Sox both have 18 wins. Cubs are 18-6, and the White Sox are 18-8. The third team with 18 wins, the Washington Nationals. The White Sox are 3 games clear of Detroit and 3.5 clear of Kansas City. And I think we're actually 4 clear now. Matter of fact, this is courtesy of MLB.com. We're going to take a look at what happened last night, then the schedule today, and then we will take a peek at everything else that's going on. But yeah, it's a Chicago baseball renaissance. I'm one of the biggest White Sox fans on the planet. Okay, I'm a Southsider born and bred, but I got to give credit where credit is due. These Cubs are playing ball now. But I playfully slipped this in. It's only May. Talk to me in September. Last night in Major League Baseball, Cubs over the Pirates 7-2, Texas over Toronto 2-1, Mets over Atlanta 4-1, Frisco over Cincinnati 9-6, Milwaukee over the Angels 8-5, Minnesota 6 and Houston 2, St. Louis bombs Philadelphia 10-3, Washington shuts out Kansas City 2-0. Seattle over Oakland 4-3, and Colorado loses to San Diego by a final of 2-1. Tonight on the Major League Baseball scoreboard docket. Hey, where'd it go? Okay, here it is. 6:10 Eastern, Detroit's in Cleveland. 7:05 Eastern, Cubs are in Pittsburgh, and the Yankees are in Baltimore. The Yankees are in last place. Can you believe that? 7:07 Eastern, Texas is in Toronto at the Sky Dome. 7:10 games. These are Eastern time. Arizona, Miami, Atlanta and the Mets, Dodgers and Tampa Bay, San Francisco and Cincinnati. An hour later, Battle of the Sox, red and white from the south side, right against Quintana. And we're going to kick their ass. Sorry, Sean. Angels in Milwaukee. These are the 8:10 games. Angels, Milwaukee, Minnesota's in Houston. 8:15, Philadelphia's in St. Louis and Washington's in Kansas City. And at 10:05 Eastern, Seattle's in Oakland. 10:10 Eastern, Colorado is in San Diego. And those are the games for today. Now, of the 3 teams that have 18 wins, Washington, the Cubs, and the White Sox, the most surprising is the Chicago White Sox. Why, do you ask? No one expected them to do anything. And after the Adam LaRoche incident, no one really expected them to do anything, except us Southsiders. Have y'all noticed that after Adam LaRoche decided to walk, the team came together? We talked about this on the Sports Drive, and Sean Mann said something that's very, very important and he was on target. The White Sox needed to let the LaRoche situation go and come together and play ball. And play ball they have. And play ball they have. 17 wins in April. They went 5-2 on this recent road trip, sweeping Toronto and splitting in Baltimore. They're 3 clear of Detroit and 4.5 clear of Kansas City. Cleveland and Minnesota trailing in the Central Division. Meanwhile, in the National League Central, it's all about the Cubs. 18-6. They're 4 clear of Pittsburgh, 6 of St. Louis, 8.5 clear of Milwaukee, and 9 clear of Cincinnati. Now, a question was posed on Sports Drive yesterday, and that question is, do the Cubs or White Sox need to make any other moves? Well, the one thing the Cubs need to get, and I said this to my pastor, Chris Tiedemann at Door Village United Methodist Church. I love those guys. Pastor Chris always messes with me. My engineer Steve, when we run our broadcast, is there as well. They're big time Cub fans. Like I said, I love them dearly. They're big time Cub fans. When the Cubs and Mets played in the National League Championship Series, I told Pastor Chris that the Cubs need to get some arms. And he says, oh, we got Jake Arrieta. Yeah, what did Jake Arrieta do? He got pounded. He got pounded. Now, since then, Jake Arrieta's thrown another no-hitter. That game against Cincinnati. He's the best pitcher in the National League. Like I said, I give credit where credit's due. But the Cubs still need a bullpen. I believe that if they lock down a bullpen, they will be the toughest team to beat in the National League. I really believe that. If they get some bullpen arms, they're not only going to compete this year, they're going to compete for a while. As for the Washington Nationals, look at them. 18-7, a game and a half clear of the Mets, 3.5 clear of Philadelphia, and no one thought Philadelphia would be able to compete the way they started this year. Then there's Miami and Atlanta. We don't need to explain that. Questions in Washington. Can Dusty Baker lead them to not only a division title, but a World Series? The way it looks right now in the National League, it'll be the Cubs in Washington for the National League pennant. And in the American League, and I know Sean's going to love this, it'll be a battle of Sox, red and white. I mean, we're going to kick their ass, but it'll be a battle between the Red Sox and the White Sox, just like it is going to be tonight, and we're going to put a foot in their ass. Sorry, I let the fan get ahead of me. No, but the Red Sox and White Sox play tonight in a 3-game series at U.S. Cellular Field. Now, here's something that I find interesting. Everybody wants to talk about and this is true with Chicago media, and Josh Lopez will be the first to point this out, and he's so true with it. Nobody wants to talk about the Chicago White Sox and what they're doing and how they're doing it and how well they are playing. Why? Because people still expect them to fall off. They ain't falling off. You understand that? They're not falling off. And what makes it so bad is that the more shit that the media talks about the Chicago White Sox, the better they play. The more shit that they talk about the White Sox, the better they play. They lose the first 2 in Baltimore. What does everyone say? Oh, the White Sox are starting to come back to earth. Bitch, please. They win the next 2, have a 5-2 road trip. Huh? How do you like them apples? You know what should scare everybody in Major League Baseball? The White Sox are just getting started. Oops. The White Sox have the nastiest pitcher in the majors. I'm sorry, Jake Arrieta. I love you dearly, but the nastiest pitcher in the majors is Chris Sale. Sorry. You try hitting that slider at 80 miles an hour as it's breaking across the plate and about to hit your foot. You try hitting a slider. You try hitting a slider that you swing at, and it hits you in the knee. Ha! How do you like that? Huh? Not to mention Carlos Quintana is no longer in the land of no decisions. Not to mention the fact, the only thing that's hurting us is John Danks. If Boston sees John Danks in this series, they're going to probably wind up winning that game. I hope I'm wrong with that assessment. I really hope I'm wrong with that assessment, and I hope I'm right with the fact. I hope I'm right with the assessment that Danks will turn it around. I really, really would like to see that. Anyway, those are my Major League Baseball thoughts for this morning. I'll do a Fighting Fit update tomorrow. Now, for one of the staples of Arena Sportsnet programming, the spoken word. And my spoken word is this. I know I completely went off on the asshat that tried to destroy me but didn't. Don't do that. I don't. Ow. Bit my lip. Sorry. You ever been talking and all of a sudden your lip gets in the way? No, what I'm saying is, don't waste your time on people that want to be that want to be negative. I did that this morning, and I offer a complete apology for that. I won't do that. Like I said, I will not speak of him again. He doesn't deserve the time. He doesn't deserve the space. What does deserve your time and space and are people around you that are going to encourage you, that are going to be there for you, that are going to be there with you. That's all. That's all who deserves your time and space. Because if you keep giving it to negative folks, they're going to keep bringing you down. I went through it last year with Jody. And a lot of people, I got a story about that. I'll do that tomorrow to lead off the show. I'll tell you all explaining Jody and be that as it may. Serve in case are people going to you, with you, and encourage you. Period. Anything else would be uncivilized. And that's about all I got for this morning. Want to thank everybody that tuned us in. Tune us in every morning on Arena Sportsnet. Snowman in the Morning is back tomorrow. More NBA talk, more Major League Baseball talk. A little personal with the situation with Jody and I from last year. And I will do a Fighting Fit update. I promise I will do that. I'll kick off the second hour with that. Whew, it's good to get this first one in the books. Now, all we can do is just make this show better. We got a fundraising project going on that'll kick off on Monday. And we want the fans to be a part of it to help us get further. And in return, we'll have some gifts for the fans. I'll talk about that throughout the course of this week. And we'll get you ready for get you guys ready to win some Railcats tickets. More about that tomorrow. On that note, my ass is out of here. Thank you, everybody. I love you, and I will talk to y'all tomorrow. Snowman in the Morning is a presentation of Arena Sportsnet and presented by Cleaver Supplements, pure supplements for when genetics are just not enough. I will talk to y'all tomorrow. Have a great day. God bless. And remember to make your next move your best move. Snowman out.